What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to the classroom with Coach WDJ. Last night, Jamar Chase went absolutely crazy with 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. And today, we're breaking down this crazy 70-yard touchdown. Was it a coverage bust, or did he just beat the man straight up? Let's find out. Subscribe below. Class is in session. So we all know Jamar Chase had a day last night. He had 264 yards and 3 touchdowns. This right here is a 70-yard touchdown. I'm going to explain to you why this was a coverage bust. So coming out of the huddle, the Bengals come out in 12 personnel. What does that mean? That means there's one tight end in the game and there's 2 running backs. Always remember, you count the tight end first. So 1 tight end, 2 running backs, that gives you 12 personnel. Now, let's take a look at their formation. They're lined up in what's called split gun formation. What does that mean? All that means is they're in shotgun formation with the running back on each side of the quarterback. Now that we know the offensive formation, let's check out the defense. The defense comes out in what's called a 4-2-5 defense. 4 D linemen, 2 inside backers, and 5 defensive backs. Now, before I start the film, the Ravens are playing what's called quarters defense, which is cover 4. And cover 4 is a defense where the DB split the field into 4 different zones and you have 3 underneath defenders. So in simpler terms, you have 4 deep defenders. And what's happening is the 2 deep safeties have the middle of the field. So what they do is they divide the middle of the field in half. And then the 2 outside DBs are covering their side of the field, which divides the whole field into 4 deep, also known as cover 4. And along with having 4 deep defenders, you also have 3 underneath. The 2 outside backers have curled or flat, and the middle linebacker has the middle hook. And they also have anything that comes underneath. So starting off at the bottom of my screen, this DB is locked in on number 1, and then his outside backer is locked in on number 2. The middle linebacker has number 3, the other outside backer has number 2, and then the other corner has number 1. But the thing is, the 2 safeties, they're playing off 2 and 1, and then the corners, they're playing off 1 and 2. So basically, they're helping each other out. Now look at the bottom of my screen. The linebacker and the cornerback are working with each other. Corner has number 1. If he goes underneath immediately, that's the linebacker's guy. You see how he peeks outside? He doesn't go underneath, so that's the cornerback's man. This underneath defender has number 2. Number 2 is going to stay in the block, so he's going to peek his head outside to see if someone's coming in. The person doesn't come inside, so he packs the hash, and basically he's playing both routes. Now on the other side, that middle linebacker has that running back and the outside backer has the tight end. Now the running back's going to flare outside and the tight end's going to come inside, which means that middle linebacker takes the tight end as his new 3 and the outside backer takes the running back as his 2. So here's where the coverage gets messed up. So like I said before, everyone's matching their guy, the cornerback's on his 1, the outside backer's helping out. Now watch these 2 safeties. Remember, I said as a safety, you have 2 to 1. So look at the top of my screen because that's where the coverage is messed up. Thing is, that safety is trained. If that tight end goes vertical, he's got him. But the problem is, Gesicki does a great job running his route, stemming vertical, but then he breaks outside and Jamar Chase breaks inside at the same time. So that puts him and the cornerback in conflict. So right here, we have a still image of the play. Now remember, earlier I said the 2 safeties are working 2 to 1 and the corners are working 1 to 2. So they're all working together. So the safety, his eyes are on 2, so he's thinking that tight end is going vertical. But the problem is he's breaking out and then Jamar Chase, which is number 1, he's breaking in at the same time. So this right here is a play where a DB has bad eyes because if his guy breaks out, he should immediately look at number 1 and take him as his man. And then that cornerback should be coming off of his guy playing that deep out route on Gesicki. And when you watch the full speed version, you're going to see that cornerback, he's trying to pass the route off. You see he's raising up, he's trying to communicate, so that slows him down. But when he realizes the guy's not looking and he's not taking over the route in time, it slows him down. Jamar Chase burns right past him, and that safety who should be covering him, he's fidgeting around looking at number 2 because he doesn't have his eyes on 1, and therefore they get beat in a coverage bust, which really should have been an incomplete pass or a no throw at all because the pass should have been covered. Now, I'm going to show you the play in slow motion. We're watching the top 2 DBs. You see number 2's going vertical? That's that safety's man right now. As soon as he breaks out, get your eyes on 1, that's your man. But you see how he stops? The cornerback slows up, he's trying to pass it off, and that's how they get beat for a 70-yard bomb, which should have been really incomplete because that's 3 guys on 1, essentially. Now, here's a full speed version. He's looking 2 to 1. His 2 goes out. He should be covering number 1. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's running around in circles. His guy beats him for 70 yards, which really should have been an incomplete pass. But that right there shows you why he scored that 70-yard touchdown. That was a busted coverage between the safety and the cornerback.